So, it looks like Erykah Badu is calling out Beyonce for stealing her style. Again, after Beyonce released the cover for her country album on Instagram, Erykah immediately tried to call people's attention to it, implying that Beyonce stole the look from her. This did not sit well with the Beyhive at all, and they immediately started dragging Erykah, saying not only did Beyonce not steal anything from her, but also Erykah didn't even originate that style. But the funny thing is, this is not the first time Erykah is accusing Beyonce of stealing from her. At this point, it's starting to look like Erykah has some sort of beef with Bey, but we don't know why. However, others have pointed out that Beyonce has been accused of stealing from other artists many times, so maybe the Beyhive do need to be asking their queen some questions. So is Erykah reaching, or is Beyonce really stealing her style? Let's get into it. As y'all know, Beyonce recently released the exclusive vinyl cover for Cowboy Carter on Instagram. In the photo, Beyonce is wearing a sash that says Act E, Beyonce, while rocking beaded braids, and Erykah had issues with that, apparently. Erykah reposted the photo on Instagram with a caption that said, Many fans interpreted that to mean Erykah was throwing shade at Beyonce for stealing her looks because Erykah has been wearing her hair in that style for a while now. However, the Beyhive was not standing for Erykah's comment because they felt Erykah was just reaching. I mean, wearing beads in your braids is definitely not a new thing. It certainly didn't originate from America. Many African tribes and cultures wore their hair like that long before it became a thing in the Western world. And even when it did become a thing in the West, others rocked that hairstyle before Erykah. Celebrities like Serena and Venus Williams, Sizzle, Lupita Nyong'o, and Solange have rocked that hairstyle many times. Even Beyonce has worn beads in her braids for a long time. So I don't know where Auntie Erykah got the idea that Beyonce was copying her. Like, if Beyonce copied her, does that mean she also copied the other artists who rocked that hairstyle before her? Beyonce's publicist, Yvette Noel Schur, actually picked the shade and wasn't going to let that slide. She posted a compilation of Beyonce rocking braids in many of previous looks throughout the years, with a caption that said, she slays, now, then, always, Act I Cowboy Carter, a critics without credentials. Anyway, after the Beyhive dragged her for filth, Erykah addressed Jay-Z for whatever reason, saying, to Jay-Z, say something, Jay, you gon' let this woman and these bees do this to me? At this point, people felt like Erykah was just trolling because no way you accuse Beyonce of ripping off your style, and you expect her husband to come bail you out when you're being slammed for that. However, it's clear that Erykah does have some type of beef with Beyonce, because this is not the first time she has called Beyonce out for copying or stealing from her. Last year, she had an issue with some of Beyonce's outfits where she wore these metallic, dramatic, wide-brimmed hats. So at the time, Erykah also reposted the photo with a caption that said, are y'all seeing the pattern here? Erykah also posted a picture of herself wearing a similar hat that she had previously called her favorite chrome mirror hat, and captioned it, I guess I'm everyone's stylist. Then again, Beyonce is also known for wearing hats with many of her most iconic looks, and this time, it just happened to be metallic to fit the theme of Renaissance. To be fair, Erykah has been known for wearing these dramatic hats for a large part of her career, whether on stage or on the red carpet. When Beyonce first posted a picture of her wearing the hat, Erykah was in the comments saying, I'm flattered. But obviously, that wasn't enough, because she then did a whole reel on her page to show everyone that she really was the OG chrome hat wearer. Beyonce didn't address Erykah's hat comment at the time, at least not directly, but during a concert a few days later, she name-checked Erykah while performing Break My Soul. Instead of singing the usual lyrics where she acknowledged Badu, Lizzo, Kelly Roll, she said, Badu, 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 Badu. Many fans interpreted this to mean Beyonce was shading Erykah, and that's why fans have pointed out that even though Beyonce did copy Erykah's style, she probably should be happy about it because Beyonce has paid respects to Erykah in her music many times. Another thing to remember is that Erykah is not the first artist to accuse Beyonce of stealing from them. From choreographies to lyrics, photo shoots, outfits, and music videos, Beyonce has been accused of stealing from multiple artists throughout her career, but every time she gets called out, she gives the excuse of being inspired by the artist calling her out, or she says her stolen work was a nod to the artist she stole from. For example, did y'all know Beyonce's Single Ladies was choreographed by late dance icon Bob Fosse for his wife Gwen Verdon? Yet, Beyonce copied the entire choreography without crediting him at all. It took Bey getting called out for her to acknowledge that she was inspired by Bob's work. The story was basically the same when Beyonce claimed to have written If I Was a Boy, but it later turned out that it was written by BC Jean, who was inspired to write the song after a breakup. The only reason why BC Jean couldn't get to release the song was that she kept taking it from studio to studio without finding anyone to record it. But once Beyonce's camp got a hold of it, they decided Bey had to have it, and don't even get me started on how Bey allegedly violated Amerie by copying her go-go style after Rick Harrison, who previously worked with Amerie, was hired to work with Beyonce. But it wasn't enough to rip Amerie's style. Bey still had to get her blackballed, allegedly, and made sure the industry never heard of her again. Before I forget, remember how Bey also got on a show and lied about being inspired to write Bow Down when she actually didn't? It would turn out that Bow Down was written by songwriting brothers Rock City, and they initially wrote it in 9 minutes, hoping to give it to Rihanna. But since Riri was not interested, it ended up on Bey's desk. But when she was asked about her inspiration for the song, here's what she said.
The reason I put out Bow Down is because I woke up, I went into the studio, I had a chant in my head. It was aggressive, it was angry. It wasn't the Beyonce that wakes up every morning. It was the Beyonce that was angry. It was the Beyonce that felt the need to defend herself. And if this song never comes out, okay, I said it. And I listened to it after I finished, and I said, this is hot. I'm gonna put it out. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna just put it out. People like it, great. They don't, they don't. And I won't do it every day because that's not who I am. But I feel strong. And anyone that says, oh, that is disrespectful, just imagine a person that hates you. Imagine a person that doesn't believe in you. And look in the mirror and say, bow down, bitch. And I guarantee you feel gangster. So listen to that song from that point of view. Again, if you didn't like it before.
Regardless of all that, Beyonce's upcoming country album has felt like a milestone for the Black community, especially those in the country music industry. And the truth is, practically every other celebrity has shown support for Beyonce because, well, she is literally about to make history. Country music is a genre that is typically considered white people thing, so Beyonce's album is definitely a major milestone for Black artists who produce country music. What's even crazier is that Beyonce revealed that the reason why she made this album is that it's like her revenge album for the backlash she received from her 2016 Country Music Awards performance. In 2016, Beyonce performed her country song, Daddy Lessons, from her Lemonade album with the Dixie Chicks. The twist is, at this point, the Dixie Chicks were canceled by their audience because they criticized the Bush administration's invasion of Iraq, which was a huge no-no for their audience. As y'all know, their audience was mostly white Republicans who were very conservative, and the majority of them supported the actions of the Bush administration. So when they criticized George Bush, the Dixie Chicks got canceled and blackballed for years. Their careers actually never recovered from this. Anyway, Beyonce didn't care about all that. She brought them up on stage during her performance, like crossing a huge line. So Beyonce also got canceled and faced a lot of racial discrimination, both during the CMAs and after. The Beyhive predicted that Beyonce was gonna get her lick back by doing a project on country music, and she did not disappoint. You know what? You just gotta stan a queen that stands on business like Bey does. In the announcement of the countdown to her album, Bey said, "I feel honored to be the first Black woman with the #1 single on the Hot Country Songs chart. That would not have happened without the outpouring of support from each and every one of you. My hope is that years from now, the mention of an artist's race as it relates to releasing genres of music will be irrelevant. This album has been over 5 years in the making. It was born out of an experience that I had years ago where I did not feel welcomed, and it was very clear that I wasn't. But because of that experience, I did a deeper dive into the history of country music and studied our rich musical archive. The criticisms I faced when I first entered this genre forced me to propel past the limitations that were put on me. Acti is a result of challenging myself and taking me time to bend and blend genres together to create this body of work. This ain't a country album, this is a Beyonce album, this is Acti, Cowboy Carter, and I am proud to share it with y'all." Fans were not surprised by this announcement because if you read between the lines, Beyonce is saying she is taking her revenge on the CMAs for how they treated her back in 2016. Bey literally said, "I'ma be all up in y'all's faces until you're forced to accept me." Period. Amidst all this, I'm not even sure how Erykah Badu still has space to hate on Beyonce. Bey has never responded to Erykah or hinted that there's beef between them, but you know how Bey is. She avoids getting dragged into controversies as much as she can, but her fans are always willing to go to war for her and do all the messy work, so of course they've been dragging Erykah for filth. One person said, "Erykah keeps forcing a beef that doesn't want to be there, like be for real." Another person said, "Those braids are cute AF. All Black women can rock braids and beads. Erykah Badu does not own those braids and needs to have several seats." But do y'all think Beyonce is a thieving artist that needs to be stopped, or is Erykah just looking for trouble with her comments? Y'all, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and check out this next video before you go.